Memories are what make us who we are. When we think about the experiences in our life that shape us, we think about fond memories. We think about memories where we were hurt, memories where we learned things, and people in our life that influenced us. Memories define everything that we do, and the person, not only who we are, but who we want to be, is completely shaped by the things that we've learned in our past. For me, one of the most terrifying things that I can imagine are diseases like Alzheimer's or dementia, where you no longer have the ability to remember the people who are most important in your life and the most important experiences that you went through that helped shape who you are. I am truly terrified of a day when I could potentially look into my spouse's eyes and not know who she is, or even vice versa, look at her and have her look back at me without some form of recognition. These are truly heartbreakingly terrifying things to me. Regardless of the experiences that we actually share, they can't really hold meaning in shaping the core of ourselves unless we're able to take these memories, relive them in our brain, and apply the lessons that we've learned to ourselves. And I find it truly tragic as we age and we lose the ability to recall some of these memories, how much it can affect us as people. Now, what if you were to wake up one morning and instead of remembering your own life that you're living now, you remember the life of someone completely different? You think it's your life, it feels like your life, but the person that you're living with tells you that it's not true. You remember having a child, your husband or wife says that they never had a child with you. You remember graduating from this college, and you remember going to class every day, and you remember learning these lessons, but the life that you're living now doesn't reflect anything that you now remember, and you now have two completely full memories of your entire lifetime, but one of them is fake. Those are the symptoms of false memory syndrome, which is a condition that is described in the book Recursion by Blake Crouch. One of the biggest books this year. It's number 14 most read 2019 book on all of Goodreads. You may have heard a lot of people talk about it. The book Recursion's themes are memory and what they make us as humans, and also there's a little bit of fun with science fiction, time travel, and how that relates to memory. What this book does, and the things that these characters have to go through to fully experience and expound upon the theme of how important memory is to the human psyche, is truly astounding. And the time travel mechanics that exist within this book, as well as the insane, craziest plot I've ever seen, insane timeline that exists at the end of this book, as far as the time travel. Of course, when there's time travel involved, things get hectic, is unparalleled in anything I've ever read or seen in a movie or played in a video game, just period. The author, Blake Crouch, posted a picture on Twitter of his timeline drawn out on a marker board after the book was done, where he tried to keep this straight. He had to use a whole team of people to try to keep everything that was going on straight. And it's a crazy board. And I don't want to get into spoilers because I really am urging you to read this book. It truly is awesome and amazing. It's just crazy. It's buck wild. And it's dealing with the personal themes of the importance of personal memory on a global scale in just a magnitude above what most people think about when they're dealing with, apocalyptic type time travel stories. Once again, I'm not exaggerating when I say that this is the most crazy complex plot I've ever seen before. The way that Crouch is able to blend everything together into I don't want to say that it's seamless, because there's time travel involved and it's confusing, but not confusing in a bad way, confusing in an awesome way. It makes sense when you think about it, but it also breaks your brain. Is just unmatched in all of my experience. The journey that the characters have to go through in this story to accomplish the final resolution to the story are awe-inspiring and just truly sacrificial and heart-wrenching. If you have not read this book, I do strongly encourage you to try to do so before the end of the year, or at least add it to your list before it's forgotten about, because this book truly is special in a lot of ways, in the way that it handles its plot itself, and some of the implications involved if you truly think about and dissect. Even though the story is running at a non-stop, frenetic pace, if you actually stop and think about what's happening in the story, it really is quite touching. The reason I bring this up now is because it is 2019. It's November in 2019. We are nearing the end of the year, and I want to make sure that I talk about the books that I found to be the most impressive this year, my favorite books of this year. And Blake Crouch's Recursion is definitely solid on that list. For most of the year, it was my favorite 2019 book, though it may have been surpassed. We'll see how everything lines up at the end of the year. The book isn't without flaw. There are some things where I wish there was some more time given, or things could have been done better. Maybe some of the actual interpersonal character things could have been given more time instead of rushed through. The book runs at a constantly high pace, and it does affect some of that stuff. But ultimately, I really do think this is a book worth reading, and I don't want anyone to miss out on this. What books are in the running for your favorite 2019 books? Leave an answer in the comments below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, please. And if you like what you see and you want to see more videos, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, the bell button, get notifications about when I post a new video, please. As we continue through the end of this year, I'm going to be making other videos on my favorite books that I've read this year, and I hope you guys will be looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to talking about them. Thank you.